What's up, traders? We off to a good May. 4 trades, 4 wins. Gotta love Cinco de Drinko. Let's see what happened on the other side of it. What's going on, traders? For some of you, this may be your first time seeing me. I'm Marv, aka the man, the myth, the professor. Okay, and what I basically do outside of my regular collegiate career as a college professor is I also do some stock education. I like to teach people the basics and just show people that you can grow account exponentially if you have the wherewithal and the will to learn a few skills that you can actually take and utilize for the remainder of your life. Okay, so I kind of coach, I mentor, I do all of the above when it comes to people who are interested in learning. Now, let's talk about today because today was a good day. We're going to do my trading recap, in which I break down what happened today in the market and what I traded. So for starters, we always want to start with the Dow. We want to know what the overall market is doing. I'm going to share my screen, and here is the daily of the Dow. Okay, the Dow, as we can see, the market has got 10 minutes before it closes. But anyhow, it's having this indecisive day. Okay, we see that there's some good things going on. Okay, we had this major pullback because of COVID, and we're pulling back, and we're working back up. We got a higher low, and this might be a new higher low if it can get going again. For those of you who do not know, this is a fib box. Okay, and if you understand fib trading, you know that you are bullish above the box and bearish below the box, right? So essentially, right now the Dow is working its way through the box, trying to get back to that bullish territory, but it's going to take some time. Now let's go ahead and look at the SPY, okay? Because the SPY is the other one that I like to look at every day, and it usually looks just like the Dow, the overall Dow index, just going to be slightly usually a bigger candle. Either way, and this again just very indecisive, but we can see it's got the same patterns: higher low, working its way through the box. Has not yet got out of it, but it's trying. Okay, and so these are all good things in regards to just the market trying to move sideways to up out of this COVID scare that we've been through. Okay, all right, good. Now for your main event, which is what did I trade today? The market has been picking up a tad bit coming into this May. It was the last week, a couple last days of April, and then the first couple of days of May have been very well in regards to trading. I'm very happy with that. So the first stock that we are going to talk about, let me share my screen, the CLSK. Okay. Now, for those of you who do not know, at the end card of this, you should click on my morning process if you don't understand what I do. Okay, but I have a morning process in which I go and I find the most heavy volume and biggest percent gainer stocks on the day, and I like to break them down and look at them, very close because those are the stocks that generally I'm going to want to trade. Now, CLSK, here was my game plan. I write this game plan pre-market. I never do anything unless I write a game plan. It says stock is moving on increased revenue for 2020 and has a first buy area at 170. So this was kind of like not necessarily earnings play, but they were basically saying, hey, we're doing well considering all of this COVID stuff. Okay, we'll see. So what do? First of all, I have 3 things that I'm looking for pre-market. Of course, out of the fact that there's something that's already moving, right? That's the base. You ain't even on my radar if you don't have a million or more in volume. Okay, pre-market. Now, 1, where did the move start? The move started down here at this like 140 something area. Okay. Number 2, where is the biggest pre-market candle on the 15-minute time frame? I play off the 15-minute. You can do what you like. 15-minute. Okay. Here it is right here. What's the bottom of that number? 170. 3. Okay. Where's the pivot? I always like to look at the pivot, the biggest candle, and the launch. Okay, so the pivot really, at this point, pre-market would have been up here, but I wasn't playing it there. Okay, so what did I do? As you can see, this was the winner. This was the runner for the day. Okay, I put an order in at 170. This is a bittersweet moment for me. Bittersweet moment. Let me tell you why. Because I put the order in at 170, but they only filled part of my order. Excuse me. They only filled part of my order. Okay? So I was devastated because I really wanted this one. And then as we can see, let's go ahead and look at this. It ran. Boy, did this thing run. Okay, so I had a partial fill, so I have a thing that I do. When I get partially filled, they don't put my whole order in. I just can't. I just go ahead. I let it run up a little bit, and I did let this run up. As you can see, it came here. I'm looking for 10%, right? Now, all of this happened, man. This could have been a beautiful day. All those things, you are correct. But don't forget, we are trading penny stocks, the most volatile thing you've ever seen. Okay? So essentially, I knew that I was just going to play my game, and I played my game, and I got out. And I was just unhappy with it because I didn't get the full fill, man. I was ready. I was there. I did everything I was supposed to do. Sometime it be like that, man. Sometime it be like that, okay? So the next stock that I was looking at, I had about 5 on my pre-market list, and I put orders in on 3 of them, okay? The next stock I was looking at was SGBX. So let's go ahead and share the screen so we can see what made me want to play that, okay? So here was the game plan. Stock is up on contract news to distribute rapid COVID tests, okay? That's really good news. I'm willing to test it at 540. And if it fails, retest it 450. Okay, I had to call audible because I was looking and I said, well, dang, this huge candle here, that's the candle to buy. If I had to buy one candle out of this pre-market chart, it would have been this one. So I actually called audible and said, all right, I'm going to just get in early at 560. Boy, was that a good idea. Look at this thing. It opened. It came straight down. Hit 560, ran straight back up, all the way up to 650-ish, probably 660 in that range, 70. I was done by the time, at 560, all I need is 56 cents for a 10% win. I got out at, we'll just add 50 to it, and that's so about 620 something, somewhere in that range. Okay. So I'm in, I'm out, I'm done. Now, you guys saw this last stock, CLVS, right? CLSK, and you're like, man, that's what there's, that's why you just hold them, right? Okay. Now, here's the flip side. This is why I get out with 10%. Because look, it came right into it. And you would have been excited thinking it was going to run. Look, it's got a distribution deal, right? And what did that thing do all morning after that first 15 minutes of volatility? It gave me what I needed, and then it sold off. And I could have played it again a second time had I liked, but I was good at that point because generally speaking, I'm done by 9 a.m. West Coast. I trade from 6:30 to 9 a.m. West Coast, and that is it, my friends. You don't need to do too much more than that. Okay, most of the volatility happens in the first hour and the last hour. Okay. But anyhow, this was good. So I got in, I got out. This is why I only do my 10% smash and grab. We just going to get in, get out. We don't worry about what could have been. We don't worry about the one that's going to go to the moon. We just execute the play that coach called, the 10% play. Okay? All right, so that was that one. Now, the next and last stock that we're going to talk about that I played basically within the first hour of the market was MVIS. Let's share the screen. Let me let you see what I saw when I saw what I saw. Okay, basically, this one was moving off of continuation from yesterday's news. Okay, so I was a little hesitant with this one because the patterns are not great. Okay, so game plan stock is moving on continuation from yesterday, has earnings announcement tomorrow. So pending the announcement today, I think I said that wrong. Yep. Today may be last day of pump. Has a first buy area at 156 and the second buy at 140ish. Okay. So here's what happened. I was looking at this and I didn't know whether to come here because see how this pulled back and then it bounced and then it would have been fine to get it here, but so I said, okay, I can just, why don't I just go with this line right here? and I went at 145. Okay, so for 145, all I need is 14 cents. Was for 145 plus 14, 55. I should say 50. Yeah, 55. So I need basically 160. Okay, I need 160. This thing came down, tagged us in, and took off right up here to 180. Okay, and of course I did not stay for 180. Why? Because my objective was to get to 10%. That was it. Okay, so literally we got in, man. We were in this it was a little bit hectic because when you got one trade is enough. Two, three at the same time. This is the other reason why as soon as I get in the trade, I just put my orders in. Boop, I put it in. Normally they don't all trigger like that. That's not normal. But today it did, and I'm gonna walk with that 30% that I put in my pocket, and I can't complain about that, man. And this is why I do what I do. I stick to my process and my process only. I'm not too influenced by too much of what anybody else is doing because I know what I do works for me, and that's the only person that I got to be happy with is myself. Okay, so man, I hope you like the content. I break these down Monday through Thursday. Every once in a while, I'll come on a Friday or on the weekend if the opportunity presents itself. It's really busy. It's really hectic. I'm in the room now. I'm hiding from the kids, man. This quarantine got to end. This quarantine got to end. Anyway, yeah, man. So I'll be at y'all Monday through Thursday is generally when I come out. And I'm trying to get them out earlier. The earlier I get them out, the better. For everybody involved, including myself, man. Y'all subscribe, man. Like, share this, put it on social media. You found somebody that's really cool at breaking down the market and keeping it simple. That's the other thing I do. I keep it exponentially simple. Man, I've been took so many classes, people be overcomplicating something that's real simple. Here's what I do. I'm gonna even show you one more time. I'm gonna show you one more time. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Go back. Okay, let me go back. This is my favorite one. Right here. I buy the biggest candle from the pre-market on the stock that's moving. Can it get any more simple than that? Where did everybody buy? Right here. How do we know that? Because look at the size of this candle. Look at how it moved. Oh, okay. So that means that if people bought here, they might be willing to buy there again. Please, price, come to this area and test it so I can buy and find out if my theory is correct. When I tell you it don't get too much more simpler than that, it's because it don't. People be using all kind of stuff to confuse you, send you down a whole rabbit hole you didn't have to go through. I'm just telling you, man, it's simple. And by keeping a very simple plan and staying diligent and disciplined to the system, you can make you some good money. 42 and 14 in the month of April. I think that was 75%. Hard to beat them numbers. March was like 76%. February was what was February? I think February was like, say, I'm usually averaging about 74, 75% a month. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm out.